Hi everybody, so welcome back to my channel. This is Cozy Crafts by Lindsay, and today I'm making a little pig face keychain, and we're going to need a little bit of light pink, a little bit of a darker pink for the snout. I have a little bit of green right here, and that's just going to be for the chain for the top of the pig to attach. I have a little bit of black floss thread right here, a needle to weave in my ends, and of course I have a needle for the floss, because that's what I'm going to do the eyes and the snout with, a 4mm crochet hook, and a pair of scissors. So to start out, I am going to make a magic circle. And I'm going to put 6 single crochets right there. 3, 4, 5, and 6. And pull this shut. And you can count backwards. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 is right here. So before I finish this stitch, I'm going to take this white, just scrap yarn, and I'm going to lay it right here. And this is just to mark my stitch. So I'm going to put 2 single crochets into that stitch, and we're going to put 2 single crochets in every stitch all the way around, so you should end up with 12 stitches. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. I've got to do 6 more, but it's 2 in every stitch. So 1, 2 makes 8. 1, 2 makes 10. 1, 2 makes 12. And if you need to, you can count backwards. So you're going to count where this one, because this is the last one you made, you can count backwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So you have 12 stitches. I'm going to take that yarn and throw it onto this side. Now on our next row, we're going to do 1 single crochet into that stitch, or into that hole, and then put 2 single crochets into the next stitch. 1 single crochet, and then 2 single crochets. 1 single crochet, and then 2 single crochets into the next stitch. That is our pattern all the way around. So 1, and then 1 and 2. 1, and then increase. Now, if you can see, you're starting to get points, and we don't necessarily want that. So on my next row, I'm going to do 1, 2, and then increase. And now we're going to be in patterns of 3. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, then increase. 1, 2, 3, then increase. 1, 2, 3, increase. 1, 2, 3, and increase. Usually we would end on an increase, but because I started with 2 stitches and not 3, we're actually going to end on 1 single crochet. Now we still have that look. So on our next one, I'm going to start with 1 single crochet, 2 single crochets, 3 single crochets, 4, and then an increase. So our number is 4 this round. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then increase. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then increase. 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're going to increase. Last stitch. I'm going to go ahead and take this white thread, and you can kind of see where it needs to travel. So right now it is traveling along this line right here, so I'm going to go ahead and take this folded up so I can see where I'm going. But now you're starting to, you can still see the pointed edges, but by rotating your count every row, you're going to start getting more of a smooth edge. So this next row, it's going to be counted as 5 single crochets into the stitches and then an increase. 5 and then increase. But I'm going to start this one off with 2 single crochets and then an increase. And then I'll start my 5s. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and then 2, or increase, I'm sorry, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, increase. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, increase. One more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and increase. 1, okay, so this is going to be our last row, and this is going to be multiples of 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and then an increase. And you can start to see that after this round it's starting to get more of a smooth edge. Then we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now, one of the reasons why I also like to mark this really good is because this is where I'm going to start adding my ears a little bit. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to skip these next 2 stitches. I'm going to put a double crochet right here. Now I'm just going to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. I'm going to skip this stitch, and we're going to go right here and put a single crochet. So now we have our first little ear. we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now we're going to skip these 2, go straight in and put in 7 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Skip these 2 stitches, go into the 3rd and put a single crochet. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Increase. And we're just going to finish the row out. If we need to add a increase, we will. But if not, you don't have to. 3, 4, and I'm going to end it with 5. I'm going to slip stitch into that next one. Chain 1, pull it tight, clip my yarn. And this is one of them projects you are going to want to weave in as you go. It will be helpful. Okay. I'm going to cut both of my ends off. I'm going to pull this out. So first off, we have our little pig head. Next, we're going to grab our dark pink, make a slip knot. Going to chain 4. We're going to go into this stitch right here, this first stitch. We're going to single crochet into the chain. And in this last chain right here, right where we just finished that single crochet, we're going to put 2 more single crochets right into that. 1 and 2 single crochets. Now you see how it curved it a little bit? That is exactly what we want. We're going to go into this back loop where you have your second single crochet right here. There's a loop right there. You're going to single crochet into that. And then you're going to go into this last loop and put 2 single crochets right there because you have already 1 single crochet right there. You don't need to add another. I'm going to grab my little scrap yarn again. I'm going to go into that first single crochet right here, or this first stitch. I'm going to put 2 single crochets right there. I'm going to put 1 single crochet into the next one, and then 2 single crochets into the next stitch, or like we were saying before, increase. We're going to increase again into the next stitch, increase again, we're going to do 1 single crochet, increase again, and then increase again. Now we have our little pig snout. I'm going to take out that marker. I'm going to slip stitch into that first stitch. I'm going to chain one. Now I'm going to give myself a pretty long tail because I want to use this to attach the pig snout to the pig. But before we can do that, we're going to get some black thread, and you'll cut it about the length of your arm. I usually hold on to the thread, cut it about the length of my arm, and then I'll just do a little bit more. I'm going to go on the back side of the snout. Just going to find a piece of just something to kind of weave my end into. Stop right there. I'm going to go this way. And then make me a little knot back here. Now I want to figure out where I want my little pig snout to go. I'm going to go right here. Go straight up. I'm just going to do it again in the same spot. You can use just black acrylic thread if you want to, or yarn, sorry. But I kind of like the way a floss yarn looks and works. So now we have a pig snout. I'm going to figure out where I want it. I'm just going to take my thread and go down one of these holes down the back, because then I'm going to use the same thread to do the eyes. Now I need to grab my long tail pink yarn and go ahead, attach the snout to the pig. And this part is pretty fun. Last thing we're going to do, I want to figure out where I want my eyes. So I think I want this right here, and I want to go down with it and make like a little pizza shape with it. And then right here, there's one eye. Go straight across and figure out my little pizza slice. Go right here. I'm going to go up and third. Now I have me a little pig, little keychain. What I'm going to do now is make me a little slip knot. I'm going to go right into the center, attach my slip knot, and grab both of these strands of yarn, and I'm going to start chaining. And the only reason why I am grabbing both, because I don't want to have a bunch of weave-ins and stuff like that. So now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Chains. I'm going to do my last little chain right here. It's not going to be a chain, it's just going to be a little knot. And because this is crochet, it will stretch. Not going to be too worried about making sure it's not going to stretch. It's just going to be hanging on a little bag. I'm going to that first chain right here. Okay, so sorry about that, but I went into that first chain and just went in. I'm going to go through both chains now. The last chain in the first chain, I can wiggle my little needle through, because I did pull that one strand pretty hard. I'm going to the first and last single crochet. I'm going to cut both of my threads. Okay, so now I have my little pig keychain, and it's not necessarily going to be on a keychain, but it does look a lot like for a keychain, but you can use it for a keychain. I'm going to take this and attach it to a bag. Now, I don't have a bag right here, but this thing kind of looks like a handle, and the only thing you would do was put the loop in, and you just squeeze your little pig through, and boom. Your pig would be on a handle, just like that. Very cute. And this is for my sister's birthday, so happy birthday, Paisley. If this is something that you like, please like and subscribe, and I will see y'all on the next tutorial video. Bye, y'all.